Okay, folks, here we go. It's episode 11 here with the Oz couple, Monday evening. We're going to talk a little bit about the art of Oz, of course, in whatever capacity it may take us tonight. But we were going to have, let me go ahead and remove, hey, where is this thing? Go away. Go away. It's us. We're back. Here we are. It's episode 11. It's episode 11. We were supposed to have a third person with us this evening, but due to ridiculously weird technical difficulties, she's not going to be able to make it unless we maybe figure it out along the way. We were trying to get her phone working, and for whatever reason, she's here in the comments, folks. Nei Ruffino is here in the comments hanging out with us, so we can still ask for some questions as we're going along here. We are going to talk about her art, Oz in general, and then we'll just kind of work with her to figure out what in the world may have happened and get her back on, another time. But for now, it is episode 11 regardless, and let's do a little catch up. What have you been? What's your? I know you're over there probably sweating your butt off.
It's hot
in that summer sun. It's gotten hot out here too. But in fact, when I left Motor City Nightmares Sunday night, I got in the car and said 102. I was like, what?
No.
Where did that come from?
No, thank you. Not here for that kind of weather.
No.
No, it's gross.
Is that what you're getting? is
I
getting 102?
I don't think that we're that, but let's see. What does it say that we are right now? No, it says we're only 83 right now.
Oh, simple.
But my apartment is 80 on like a cool day, like a cold day.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's actually 80 something outside, it's exponentially worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yay, I love my apartment.
Yeah.
It's so great. So great.
Yeah, I had it was a weird fix too, but I had my air conditioning in the hotel at Motor City worked moderately well, but I had it cranked really like way down to really get the cold moving. But
Okay.
it's one of these where a lot of times you have these air conditioners where it'll run cold, right? But then you can just like have the fan running,
Mm-hmm.
just to kind of circulate air. Like the
Yeah.
cool will kick off, but the fan will keep running and, all that.
Yeah.
So this did not have that. Once it shut off,
Oh.
until it was ready to come back to whatever temperature you needed it to begin. The problem is that when it kicked off, you would start to hear like, because it was like dripping water
Yeah.
inside the machine.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, how do I even go about fixing this? Like, do I kick it and just shake the water loose? Like, what do I have to do? It was driving me crazy. And it was doing it all night. Saturday was brutal because it was doing it all Saturday night. I was like, I don't know, or all Friday night. I don't know how to fix this. And then Saturday, and then did it Saturday night. And then Sunday morning, I didn't have to get in until later. The con opened later. So I was just laying in bed and it was still, I'm like, you're killing me. And so then I was like, yeah, basically. And so what I did was I thought, well, you know what? It's warm outside. Let me open the window so that it has to constantly run and it doesn't turn off.
Okay.
Right? Because when it's running, I wasn't hearing the ticking. Even if it was happening or not, I wasn't hearing the ticking. So I opened the window and it kicked on and I was like, all right, I'm salvation, at least for the few hours that I'm going to still be in the hotel.
Just cooling the outside.
Yeah. And then it kicked off. It just stopped again because it was still apparently registering that it was cool enough. But there was no ticking.
Huh. You fixed it.
I fixed it by opening the window.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. I literally was like, I don't understand the logistics here of what's happening. So I had a couple of hours of, quiet time and made it to Sunday, which was the worst Sunday in the history of Comic Cons of any event ever. Yeah, it was horrendous. Yeah, I mean, the whole room was like, we were just looking around at each other like, really? This is what we're doing? Can we go home now? Yeah, it was brutal. It was brutal. It was a shame because a couple of years ago when I was here, it was really good, and they had expanded into like even a second hall, and I was in the second hall, and I was worried about that because a lot of times when you separate halls, like people don't know there's another hall, so it's not always great. But it was great. People were everywhere, and I was like, oh, this is great. So for whatever reason, I skipped the last year or two. I don't know why. I think I just had other things that got in the way.
That's why it was a bad Sunday. Because you hadn't been there for a couple of years, so everyone was like, well, we're not even coming anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's the interesting thing. Most of the sales that I made over the weekend were people that were excited to see me again because they had bought like Princesses versus Zombies a few years ago. And I was like, how do you have this? Like, how do you know what this is? You Kickstarters? They're like, no, I think I met you a couple of years ago. I was like, oh, okay, awesome. But there wasn't enough people, just coming through the door to really, and this is just a small like hotel ballroom thing. It's not like a monstrous event, but there just wasn't enough people to even fill this little ballroom, for when you come in on Saturday and there's no line,
Oh,
and it's already like 10 o'clock opening time. It's like, oh, something's
yep.
not right here.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody was like, he hasn't been here, so we're not showing up.
So they didn't know I was coming, and I did get in late too. So it wasn't like there was like, oh yeah, Tom's going to be there, Big Dog Inc. or anything. There was like no announcement. It was just kind of, oh, I'm in there. So, yeah,
Boo.
yeah. So we all kind of got to talk to each other throughout the con.
Well, that's good.
Little bit of, that's the thing. Like if you have a bad con, you have to find a way to make it worth your while in other ways.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were all kind of like talking to our neighbors and wandering around and talking to people. And one of the guys that was there was straight across from me, was a director, producer guy. And he does his own movies / TV stuff. So his plan is he's doing a lot of television, like streaming television, like 45-minute things, episode things. And so, he had like a TV set up, and he was playing like trailers and things that he had done. And so I was just kind of like zoned in on that for, a good portion of it. And I told him on the first day, I was like, so I'm going to be watching this all weekend. I'm going to have a lot of questions. And he says, yeah, just come over and talk. So we were talking a lot.
That's good.
Yeah. And that's when he asked me, he was like, so what is it that you're doing over there? And I'm like, well, I write all that stuff. And he was like, oh, well, I need writers to do this stuff over here. So I was like, oh, well, I mean, I can write this stuff. That's no problem. Yeah. So, now while all of that is well and good, all of us that know that all of us that are in the creative world and have done this long enough know perfectly well that everything always sounds great in, that moment. And then when everybody goes home, it all kind of crumbles.
Yeah.
On occasion. So we'll see if anything comes of it. But it was an interesting discussion that I had with him about what he was doing. And if nothing else, it kind of just, again, it's put that spark in me of like, I can do this. I'm seeing what he's got on this screen. I can do this. This is, maybe it's not, no one's going to ever say it's easy. Right. But like, it feels like it's becoming more and more possible to do these things than maybe it was, 10 or 15 years ago.
Okay.
So, it just put that spark back in me again. The whole thing did that too. What's up, JD? What's going on, man?
Yeah. Pimped out.
Yeah. That's not going to happen. There's no chance. There's no chance here.
Would he though? Would he though?
No. And now JD just lost my train of thought. I don't know where I was.
It's becoming more possible.
It's becoming more possible. Yeah. Like you see a lot of people now that are just they're just literally just making movies with their phones. Mm-hmm. There's so much editing software that you can get to like take your phone stuff, stick it in there, do After Effects and fix your color and, do all these things. So it's like, everybody for the Kevin Smith story, which is where, he sold a bunch of his stuff, came up with like 20 grand and made Clerks. That's almost normal now. Now he had a different sort of trajectory. Like he became popular and did a lot of other stuff, but the fact that it's just being done by so many people now, it's like, not necessarily for 20 grand, but they're just out there making this stuff. And there's film festivals everywhere that are playing these things that are like these low budget movies. I don't know, man. It's feeling really doable, especially if you have any sort of like mentorship behind it, of somebody being like, oh,
sure.
Hey, let me take you through some process stuff here. Some sort of folks that have some experience with it and can, take you along. I think any of this is particularly doable. So that was where my brain was like the whole weekend, because there was nothing else to do. So I was just, where do I go? How do I do this stuff?
It's unfortunate that that's how it worked out, but I feel like that's been where your mind is lately anyway. So it has worked. Hi, Freddie.
It's true. It's true. It is true. I kind of feel like I have to get through these scripts that I have to do for comics, and then that'll give me a little time kind of over the winter to like really kind of start to step into the movie side of things and really look at scripts and, okay, how are they different from a comic book script? I can learn this. I know I can learn it, then put the story together and really start doing it. So that maybe by sometime next year, who knows? I will say that we did get a big response from those that were there to the Amityville sorority sisters, because I had an art print there to show off, because we're launching that for hey, what's up, Lindsay? I have discovered that we are very good background music. Yes. We often get people that are just like, I'm just here to listen. I'm not gonna do anything else, but I'm gonna listen.
Shout out to Lindsay, who is so kind and left me gifts to bulk up my Oz collection.
Oh yeah,
it's very nice. It's very nice.
Okay, I've never seen this one before.
My eyes.
That's a new one.
Yeah,
that's a new one. I like that.
Yeah, I literally was like just kind of looking at things and opening things up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. Because I'm a nerd. I, of course, was not at work the day that she came in.
Don't you know her schedule, Lindsay?
My schedule, I should have been there.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I should have been there. I told you, it was a week.
It was a week. All right.
There were multiple emergency room visits.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's no good.
And then yesterday I had to go to urgent care because the EKG leads that they put on me in the emergency room.
Yep.
I had a terrible allergic reaction to it.
Oy.
And so I was just like everywhere, and my throat was closing up. So
wow.
It's been great.
Wow.
I'm so over it.
Well, you look fine. You look okay. Everything
Thanks.
Turns out okay.
I mean,
relatively.
Nobody tells me anything.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, something's wrong. Blood work's weird, but it won't kill you today. So
yeah,
go home.
We'll be fine till next week. Jeez.
I'm like, thanks, guys. You're so helpful.
Wow, that's no good.
And that is what I'm paying you for, because it's going to be not cheap.
Yeah.
But yeah,
very good.
She's the best. Gave me some cool stuff.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Very good.
And a Buffy mug, which was very surprising. That made me laugh. I'm very excited about this new rebooty thing that's happening.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean,
are you
really?
Roll your eyes. I am. Sarah Michelle Gellar is going to be in it, so I think that she would never let something happen and let it be bad.
I mean, I agree conceptually, but we've been down these roads so many times with these types of things, and they're usually stub their toes. Not always. Sometimes
it's not like they're trying to completely redo it.
Right. It's like a continuation, right?
Yeah. And Buffy is still a character. And
sure.
the way that they left it at the end of the show is all of the potential Slayers became Slayers. So you could literally have like anybody.
Yeah.
Or a whole bunch of them.
I don't know that that's a good thing either, though. That's sort of like that to me is sort of like because what was it? It was like every generation has a Slayer, right? That
What
makes
if it was
sense to me.
like a grandma Slayer? It would be awesome. It would be awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't
think
know.
it could be
I mean,
good.
I'll cross my fingers for you.
I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, how many Dexter shows are there?
Oh, I don't like Dexter, but
And
see, here's an example.
They were all really good.
Were they?
The current one is good. The one that they just did, that my friend was actually a writer for.
Yeah.
I did love Angel. Okay, Nei, what was your favorite Angel episode?
Oh, the answer is the answer is when you find out Earth is hell. Come on, that's that moment.
There are a handful that if she names one of them, I will just be like so happy.
I did watch more Angel than Buffy. My friends were big into Buffy. I was kind of into it for a while, and then I kind of drifted out. And then when Angel became its own show, I was like, oh, all right, let me see some of that.
It was great, but there were a couple of seasons that were just real stinkers.
Well, that's many shows.
Like,
I mean, there were some Spike-centric.
Yeah,
see, but that's the typical, like, we like the crossover stuff. That's what we get with Marvel stuff now. It's always good when everything crosses over. But like for me, like the X-Files was always a great show, and then they brought it back for like those new 2 seasons, and like I don't know that we need this stuff.
I think Smile Time is one of the best episodes of that show. It's hilarious. Angel turns into a puppet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So stupid. There were so many good ones, though. I missed Doyle from the first season. Yeah, I did too. I was like, oh, it was bad. I had an obsession.
What do you mean had?
I'm not as obsessed now.
You literally were. I remember when you were thrilled to be going to Buffy trivia night. Like,
oh yeah,
it's still there.
Was fun. Oh, it's definitely still there.
Okay.
And the stories I have, but yes, and Spike will always have a special place in my heart. Sorry, that made me wheeze.
Yeah.
Can't tell those stories on the air.
That stuff's always a little sketchy, but I wish you the best on it, and I hope it's goes over well.
Great.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
No negative Nancy's here today.
Fair enough.
So there.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't be grumpy.
I'm not grumpy. I'm trying to lower expectations. Well, that's all I'm saying is we
will have to have a conversation.
Yeah.
It will be a private conversation.
Yeah.
And I will tell you things.
If you can lower your expectations, I think you'll probably be fine. Don't let them get too out of control.
They're not out of control.
Okay, good.
I think it will be good though.
Okay.
I didn't say it's going to be mind blowing, but what's your problem? This is our episode of Tom Hates Everything.
Yeah. It is. Well, I've learned to lower my expectations on things, and it helps a lot.
Okay.
And I know how much that you like the Buffy stuff.
I do.
And I don't want you to run into a disappointment, should it be a disappointment. So, my sole suggestion is just sort of take it down. And if it ends up being badass, then go crazy.
I think it'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
When's it coming out?
I don't know, but they just Sarah just put out some pictures of them working on things.
So they've just started filming that. Like, I thought they were a little closer.
No.
Okay. So it's probably a next year thing, 2027.
Yeah, at least.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know if I don't know that they're filming anything necessarily either. They might just be sitting around in the writing room, kind of working on things.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
We should give the people what they came here for, though.
should we?
Yeah,
Should we?
probably.
So Nei, everybody is hanging with us. She did have technical
Yay!
difficulties, so she's in here. What we were going to do today is talk a little bit about the upcoming Oz Omnibus, which presently is being scheduled to launch in about 3 weeks. August 16th is sort of our projected launch date.
So the Osnibus.
Osnibus. Yeah. So we were gonna talk a little bit about Oz tonight. Our Oz, our Wicked West, with Nei. Nei is the only. Well, yeah, actually, now I think about it, she's the only creative person that has worked on outside. I mean, technically, I've worked on everything because I've overseen stuff. Well, like when writers have come in, I've kind of overseen what they were doing. So technically, I've been involved. But as far as actual direct to the page work, Nei is the only creative person to have been on every single Oz issue we've ever done, including the spinoffs for Scarecrow and TikTok. She did covers for all of it, like her own covers, in addition to coloring things. Like, so for those that don't know, Nei came in as a colorist initially. She was coloring all kinds of stuff, including J. Scott Campbell work. Like, she was his colorist for like a period of time. Like, that was the go-to, team up. So she was a colorist. She was doing some stuff over at Zenoscope for a while. And then she was one of the few who started with me year one and is still here. The first thing she did was a Penny for Your Soul cover. She colored an Eric Basildua set of covers for Penny for Your Soul 15 years ago. And over time, we started to talk about, and it took about a year. It couldn't have been too long, but we were doing it every 2 months. So it had to have been about 6 months in of publishing, because we were releasing the book every 2 months. She was doing colors and stuff, but she started to talk about having an interest in actually doing covers, like drawing her own covers. And so at that point, we were doing stuff for Penny for Your Soul, like convention variants and that kind of thing. So I was like, yeah, like, let's let you do one for Penny for Your Soul. So she did that one. It was a borderline not safe for work cover for Penny for Your Soul. Basically, it was an angel and a devil girl in bed, and the angel had kind of, it was sort of the morning after type of thing, where the angel was kind of sitting up in bed going, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yep. So she did, that was her first cover. And I was like, this is great. Love it. And when we got to the point the following year, when we got to the point where we were starting to work on Oz, I was like, well, do you want to do covers for Oz? And we set it up so that she would do all of them. I was like, do you just want to do all 6 of the original miniseries? Like, let's just attach you to the book. She was like, yeah, let's do that. And that's it. I mean, we were off to the races. She did all the B covers for the series. And again, she was coloring other people's stuff along the way. Eric Basildua, Mike DeBalfo, oh my God, who else? Joe Benitez, like anybody that we needed. She colored some Mike Chrome stuff. So anybody that we needed, we were getting her coloring as well. But she always did the B covers, which in comic book terms, when you go to the comic book store, there's like the A cover, which is like your general cover, usually done by the interior artist. And then the B cover is like a variant cover, but it's usually like the same ratio. So if you printed like 5,000 units, there's usually like 2,500 of each. That's kind of how the AB works. And then you get into all the short print variants and all that kind of stuff. So she did all the B covers. With the book itself, we were trying to figure out like, okay, is this going to work? Are people going to want this thing? And by the time we got to issue 3, which was one of Nei's classic covers, the Scarecrow, our sales were crazy. People were going nuts for it. And I was like, oh, we have this. We've got it. We're locked in. And that was the point where I decided that once we were done with the 6, we were going to work immediately on bringing it back for an ongoing series. And I told her again, I was like, just keep doing it. Like, we'll just keep having you do it all the way through. So we've now done the original 6. We've done 25 issues of the ongoing series. We did 2 Scarecrows and 3 TikToks. Mm-hmm. And she has been involved in all of them, every single one of them. And yeah, and then when we went to Aspen Comics and we reprinted the series with Aspen, I was like, okay, come back, because we're gonna run this original 6 again, and you're gonna put new covers on the Aspen books. And she was like, yep, we're gonna do it there too. So even on the reprints, she did that.
Wow.
Yeah. And then the crazy one was when we went to Chicago, Wizard World Chicago. This would have been 11, 12, maybe 2013, something like that. Wizard was at the time giving away Walking Dead comics to like whoever can. You get a badge, you get a Walking Dead comic.
Yeah.
So I said, so we talked to them because we were doing a bunch of the Wizard shows. I said, look, give away our book too. We want to do that too. And so we made, for Chicago, we made a special reprinting of issue number 1, and Nei did the cover for that one as well, for that reprint, it should have been amazing. And Wizard, of course, figured out a way to muck that up. That's for a different show. Not long after that, we weren't doing Wizard shows anymore. So yeah, there we go.
Chicago 2013
ish, 13, maybe 14, but yeah.
I bet I was there at the same time.
And
that would have been like right before.
It's feasible.
Before I knew you.
Feasible, yeah. We had a huge booth. We had like a 20 by 20 square island. Shannon Mayer was there. Nei was there. We had a whole bunch of people. It was a big deal, and they completely flubbed it. So that was one of our last Chicago times. But bottom line is, Nei's done it all. She's even done some design work for us over the years. For those that know Penny for Your Soul, Joan of Arc, she designed Joan's light wings and
those are awesome.
The frame and all of that.
Awesome. So that's a cosplay thing. I would love to do those wings.
Oh yeah.
So cool.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I know, right? I have to get an engineering degree.
Yeah. Good luck with that. But yes, it would be incredible. So what's up, Mr. Sean? And so that brings us to the omnibus, which we're going to be doing, like I said, in a few weeks. It is going to be the first 4 volumes of the book, because they're all going out of print. I have very, very few of them left. And so the decision was either let's just reprint them all, or let's reprint them in a product that we've never done before. So we're doing that. And as soon as that was decided, to me, there was no question. You just missed us talking about you for like 15 minutes. Like, you just missed the entire history of Nei Ruffino with Big Dog Inc. But like I said, as soon as the omnibus was a go in my mind, and we're going to do it, it was like, well, there's only one person to put on this book, and that's Nei. And I messaged her. I said, look, this is what we're doing. We want to go all out. It needs to be, what's up, Thomas? It needs to be,
Hey!
grand and glorious, and all of the things that Nei can do with this cover. And she said, okay. And it took a little while for her to do it, as we're about to show you guys. We have not peaked the cover. We're about to peak the cover, Nei.
Yeah.
We're just about to do it. We've shown the little teaser, of course, over the last few episodes or whatever. Right there, we've been showing you this.
She's so pretty.
Dun, 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 dun.
So pretty.
So we it's all the Nei. That's right. It's literally all the Nei. Yeah. So it took a little while. We figured it out pretty quick, like what we wanted, because I had kind of an idea of how I wanted to lay it out and set it up with the logos and everything. And so she kind of took that and did some roughs, like pure, 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 pure. And what's her
Really?
roughs are
How is that?
Pure, pure,
Pure, pure, pure, pure.
yeah. So her roughs are pretty good just on the roughs, and then when you finally see like the pencils, like, oh my god, like that's so good, so good when you see the pencils. And then I was like, yeah, this is it. Let's go. We're ready. And then she took her time and did the colors and like, wow. I told her immediately that this was like a top 5 ever BDI cover. And
it's gorgeous.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have, so the book will be presented in 2 formats. You will have a hardcover edition and a softcover edition. The cover will be on both books. All right. So whichever way you want to go, you have both books. But what we're also going to do is do a limited edition on the hardcover version. We're going to do a limited dust jacket version for it, which will be and I think I have this to be able to show you too. We're going to take the art that's from the hardcover that has like all the logos and stuff on it. We're going to take all the logos off, so it's just a clean version, but we're going to do it in a sepia tone, so we get sort of an Old West type version of a thing, and that'll be the limited edition dust jacket version. So that's how you're going to be able to get this book. All right.
Nice.
So I think without further ado, we're just going to show you this thing, and then what we'll do is we'll keep talking about it for a while. But what I also did is I have a, what do they call them? A slideshow thing set up. So once we show you the cover, we'll start the slideshow. And as we're talking, you'll just get to see the history of Oz through the eyes of Nei Ruffino, right?
Nei through the ages.
That's right. That's right. But step 1, guys, you have to see this cover. And here you go.
It's so good.
It is ridiculous. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to do a little bit of zoomies on it. There we go. Omnibus number 1. Let me open that a little more. There we go. Omnibus number 1, guys. Again, this is going to be borderline 500 pages. It's going to be a perfect spider killing book. And it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous what she's done. The lighting, the colors, everything is just, it's all over it's just everything. It's everything. It's like we said, it's all the Nei. The road and the gold and the bullets and the guns and
I need holsters like that. I like those.
Yeah. So there it is, guys.
I'm gonna have to do an update.
There is Miss Gale. Classic Miss Gale. For those that don't know, it doesn't stay like that. Read the book.
Right.
Gotta read the book.
Right.
Yeah. Gotta read the book. But there it is. I'm so wildly thrilled with this piece, guys. Like,
beautiful.
insanely thrilled with this piece. It's a zombie killing book. That's probably true. It's probably true.
There are some princesses out there with this book.
We'll have to do that when we do Princesses versus Zombies. We'll have to take a copy of this book and take it to a zombie. Yeah, we can do that, Freddie. We can do that. That's a doable thing. So there it is, guys. It's absolutely incredible. Like I said, we can zoom in and show you the details.
I like her freckles.
Yeah,
so good.
100%. We did a little bit of back and forth editing on it. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. She and I are generally speaking. I always love what you do, but sometimes you go full Nei, and then I just melt, and this is one of those moments. Incidentally, this is why I gave her this cover. What she can do with design work and so on is why I gave her the next 3 covers that we're doing for Big Texas Comic Con. The special things that we're doing down there is because she can do this, and I know that she can do what I need done on these other things. This is full Nei, everybody, full Nei. I'm freaking out. I can't wait to get this book in my hands. It's going to be It's not just like going to be one of our previous trades or hardcovers, because I'm working with a printer that is. When I talked to her, she was like showing me samples of some of her other books that they do, and she was giving me like paper. She was giving me like these paper samples, like you could do this, and I was just like touching it, and I'm like, oh, this is like really good. Like, and she was like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah, we want this, we want this, we want this. So it's going to be a really high level omnibus, and I think you guys are going to really freak out and like it. So let me activate this thing here, and we'll keep talking, but this will start to slowly move through some of her art.
Yeah, except I'm gonna want to like watch it.
Well,
I love that one too.
It's just on a loop. It will all come back around. So we've done Nia's done a lot of different versions of this stuff, as you can see. Like sometimes they're like story style covers like this, sometimes they're like pinup style covers, sometimes they're full characters like Mombi right there. And then we did a series of these headshots as well, that came out great. So she can do. I love this one so much with the golden cap. So she can do anything. That's one of the great things about Nia is there's not really any restrictions. She knows how to tell a story with a cover. She knows how to pose a character with properly. She knows how to do the magic. She knows how to do the color. She knows how things light up. All of the things. So, you guys can just enjoy this as we go through. If anyone's got questions, of course, let me know. That's the girl in green, one of our few characters that we've created for our book. There are a handful of created for us characters, but So I've always loved, so anyway, what I was saying was, Nia and I are generally speaking, we can kind of vibe in on stuff pretty quickly and get things done. Every now and then we butt heads, but it's a respectful butting of heads. Like, okay, I know what I want. I know what you want to do. Let's keep going. That's the Chicago cover right there. Let's keep going. And then, we find that middle ground, that perfect spot of like, I want this and I want this, and boom, we've got it. So, I have no problem with her sort of like I want to do something like this. And I said, yeah, okay, let's talk about how you want to do that. Just show one we butted on. I don't think there's too many in Oz that we had butted on. The one, oh, we just showed one? Which one was it? Which one got by that I didn't see that we had butted on? Tell me which one it was. The one that I remember is when we did a Scheherazade. We were working on a Scheherazade cover, and that one we were really like, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this. And eventually we finally found it, and really she found it. You know, she finally was like this, and I was like, oh my god, that's the one. The back shot. What is the back shot? Well, we'll watch for because it's just going to recycle through again. I don't know what the back shot is. Number 4. Number 4.
I love that patchwork girl. That is like the only scraps that I like.
All our stuff is the best.
Just saying. All the other ones creep me out.
The castle and the back shot. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So that was Glinda's castle. We were trying to figure out. Yeah, it is a number 4, I believe. Yeah. But I couldn't think of why we would have a back shot on a cover. But it's because, yeah, it was Glinda and the crew going to the castle, and we wanted to see the castle in the background and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So it took a minute to kind of find, what we wanted to show. Again, we wanted to kind of get a little more story driven into that one, versus character driven, which is not usual for us. We always kind of want to focus on characters, especially since she was doing the B covers primarily. So the story, that one right there, the story covers were primarily for Allison Borges, who was doing the A covers. He was really doing like story stuff. And then Nei was doing kind of our character, in some cases, character introductions, Bungle the Glass Cat, and here's sort of a spotlight on these characters. So yeah.
Love it.
Absolutely.
Nei, do you have a favorite cover that you've done?
Such a cliche question, co-host.
Shut up. I mean, I have favorite covers of hers, and so I'm just wondering if there was one that was particularly fun to draw, or that you were most proud of, or something like that. I'm just gonna sign off. Screw you. Do it yourself.
Glass Cat is one of my faves. And the Anastasia one. Yeah, so the Glass Cat, we just saw the Glass Cat.
I did.
The Anastasia one is here. I think it'll let me like control this. Will it? Bloop, 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 bloop.
Nope, now it's thinking.
I freaked it out.
You did.
Now it's going to stall on me, of course.
Freaked me out.
Yeah, it's thinking too much. The Lionhead, yeah, the Lionhead is definitely one of those that really pops up there.
I love all of these just face shots.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The General Ginger, the Scarecrow, the one Tin Man, the really grizzled looking Tin Man. I think that one's great. Yeah, I don't know what it is that I really just love all the portrait ones.
Yeah, that was a an on purpose thing. Like I asked her to start doing some of that stuff, and she has a great like design sense to be able like with this, with the rubies and the emeralds in her hair and stuff. Mm-hmm. She just has a great design sense on how to do that kind of thing. So it wouldn't just be like, oh, there's like, there's the one that you like.
It's great.
Boom. Yeah, it's fantastic. And it tells the story. There's the Glass Cat. Uh-huh. What was the other one she said? Oh, the Anastasia one. Yeah. Why You're not going to let me. Oh, geez. I got to go the other way. Go the other way. So the Anastasia one, this was done for a company, Anastasia's Collectibles. This one, again, so you get kind of that like design, the grass and stuff, breaking and creating the framework and all that. Yeah, it's really great. I love, this is one of my favorites. Was one for Aspen. This is just crazy. The smoke, the backlighting, the edging of it is just tremendous. I absolutely adore this one. Good old
General Ginger getting her drank on.
Yeah, good old Ginger. Yeah, that's definitely top of the list for me. This was the one
that one
sort of changed everything for us. Like we knew at this point, this is issue 3. This was where we knew we had something. This is where we knew we had the fans were like, okay, we've bought into this now. So that was terrific. This one is an interesting one. So in the early days of this book, we had the witch riding the horse of another color. However, it became known to me that is a MGM only thing.
Sure.
And so you
couldn't do it.
Shifted away from him being from being colorful in his body to being sort of colorful in the sort of the hair around his hooves and stuff would kind of be like this rainbow color. So we still get the colors, but we had to do it in a different way. Right. What we were originally going to do with this, because this cover did get released, but what we were going to do, she's talking about it. What we were going to do actually is release multiple versions of it, because the horse of another color, right? So we were just going to monkey around with it and do, a blue horse and a red horse and a green horse and a yellow horse. Okay. And put them out that way, which I still would have loved to have done. But again, that's where we kind of fell into like, oh no, we need to fix that problem.
Because you didn't consult me beforehand.
Yeah, well, I don't think I didn't even know you at this point.
You didn't.
Otherwise, yeah, we would have been fine. So yeah, that was what we were going to do. We did shift. I do like the new horse. He's white, his mane. And hoofs and tail and stuff are all this rainbow stuff. So I think he came out really nice. But we do have this one little reminder of our beginnings.
Yeah.
Good old Jack, of course, Mr. Jack. This one we had. This one gives me an early Austravaganza memory, because we had this book on the table with the other books. This is issue 5 with the Haunted Forest, and I have a very specific memory of a person walking through the tent, through Glinda's tent, as they were walking around and seeing all of the stuff. And they kind of were at my booth and looking at the books. And there were 2 of them, 2 ladies. One of them was kind of just sort of indifferent to what was going on. And the other one thought she was being quiet, but she was not. And as she started to kind of walk away, she was like, well, that's not very nice. Like that was her reaction to
his boobs.
Probably, yeah. Yeah. So yes. That brings me back to the early Austravaganza days. And then that's issue 6. Nice group shot, wrapping up that first miniseries. And again, I really wanted to let Nei really show these characters off. So we did a lot of very specific show me the character covers. This is an amazing one. I love this. All the little colors in the fire and stuff. It's fantastic. The cover was done on live stream, and you got to fire notes back in real time. It only take 10 hours because of this on the
what?
So
that's insane.
One of the only covers that has ink on it. There are 3 Oz that do, and 2 that have watercolor. The only covers I've ever done that on at all.
Wow.
So yeah. Yeah. I do remember you were doing live streams for these things. I told you that you could show them off. Yeah, I do remember that. Oh, that just seems like forever ago. Forever ago. Man.
That was for Dirk.
Yeah. So is this, and this is one of my favorites of all the ones she's ever done. It's so simple, but so perfect. It's just such a great image. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Monkey paw. Sad monkeys.
Sad monkeys.
Losing their feathers.
Sad
monkeys. Sad monkeys.
I love that one too.
Glinda. This is where we brought the book back. Super Glinda.
I have that one on display right now.
Oh yes, this is a good one. That's a good one. Gnome King. What's up, John? Welcome.
Hi.
We are.
I'm not at Comic-Con. I'm at home. Womp womp.
We are doing a little retrospective here of Nei Ruffino's work. I like this one. This was supposed to be like a little tribute to the Night of the Living Dead, zombies crawling out of the ground with our gnomes. Are all the variant covers going to be omnibus? Yes, we will have a cover gallery for all of it in the omnibus. Absolutely, 100%. Yes.
Tom just keeps putting stuff out in different forms so that we can buy it over and over again.
Yep.
And we're going to, which is just rude.
It's going to be amazing. TikTok and the Kaleida. This was a 3-issue miniseries. Girl in Green, like I said, that's one of the characters that we created for our series who became rather important in the last arc.
Yeah.
Mr. Kaleida there. General Ginger. Scarecrow. This was from her miniseries. We did a 2-issue miniseries. And that's Cerulean back there, another one of our characters that we created. That was created by Pat Shand, one of the Scarecrow's race. And the one that started it all, issue 1, original miniseries. That's where we knew we had something. I was like, this just looks too good to have it not do well. So, and then by issue 3, like I said, we really knew we had it going on. Issue 2 with the lion. I'm looking at the lion right now, and I've never really noticed this before, but he's just kind of he does. He's just kind of like, can I go home? He's like, I was like, I don't know what we're doing.
Why you got me chained up?
Yeah, this is like a real cat, like on social media, like just put the camera away.
Yes. Yeah.
Glynn's Castle.
Cats.
Mr. Tin Man, Tip and the Scarecrow, Buddy, Bungle and the Mice.
Poor mice.
That's the one we did for Chicago. That was the giveaway. It's still a relatively difficult book to find, even though we made a metric ton of them to give away. It just is hard to find. So, something for you guys to be on the lookout for. And then we turned that into one side of our banner for cons as well. So we have a big, like 6-foot by 8-foot banner that we hung from the ceiling at a couple of cons. And that was one side of it. And then there's a Shannon Mayer piece on the other side of it. So let's bring that and just let it do its thing again. Why are you upset?
Because
there we go. We'll let it float around while we get back to things here. And her from just signing. Yeah. They were bringing a lot of books to that con. No question about it. No question about it, guys. Nei is here. If you have questions for her, we had some technical difficulties getting her on the show, so we're going to work on getting her back.
She's around.
Yeah, we're going to work on getting her back. We're going to figure it out, but she is around.
I love that one too.
That is actually an homage.
Yeah.
Yes, that's an homage to a. You don't have that wizard cover? Oh boy, Freddie's missing something.
What?
That doesn't seem possible.
Oh, look how sad he looks.
So yeah, so that ginger cover is actually an homage to a what do they call it? Like a movie. So when they do movie promotion, they'll put out like stills and stuff of the actors and so on. So there was a Western called Bad Girls way back in the day with Drew Barrymore and Mary Steenburgen and some other folks. And so there's always been a picture of Drew from that movie that she's in that pose.
Okay.
Kind of tying her boots up that I've always liked. And so I was like, I just want this. We're just going to do a little Bad Girls homage with Ginger.
That's funny.
And so, yeah, I was like, boom, there we go.
Okay.
And it came out great. It was a good looking one. And the foil version, the foil version of that's amazing because it catches all the light like from the windows and the sunbeams and stuff. So the foil one's amazing. People walked through the entry door, got handed a book, and pointed at the booth. Yes, this is true. This is true. Yeah, I hope you come to Extravaganza. We were trying to get her this year. It didn't work out, but we will see about next year. Next year is the 15-year anniversary of the book. So we would love to have her, join us in Glinda's tent next year. Yeah.
That would be cool.
100%. 100%. Yeah. Nia, you ever been in a parade before? Because if not, I have good news for you.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
Yeah, this is cool to look through. And again, Nia's done stuff for all of our books. Like I think there's only like 2 of our books she's not done work for, we'll solve that problem eventually.
I was gonna say, what are those?
They are. Come on, brain. Lights, Camera, Jungle.
Okay.
Lights, Camera, Jungle. We were going to have her on it, but it just, from a scheduling standpoint, it didn't work. So it was like, okay. So Lights, Camera, Jungle. And then the other one is Kaiju Ever. Kaiju. Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah. Okay. Now we tried to kind of solve that problem in a workaround because she did a Goth Day cover with Scarlet from Kaiju and a big Kaiju monster in the background. So she has done a Kaiju cover, just not for that book. Yeah, just not for the book itself. So we did have a little workaround there. Even when we try and do, like when we did the BD anthologies, we try and get her in. She was doing some you did the Kaiju Goth cover. Yes. Yep. It just wasn't for the Kaiju book. It was using the Kaiju characters. So you've done the characters, but you haven't done the book. Yes. Yeah.
Fair.
So weird technicalities. Yeah. She did the colors for the Steampunk Critter story in the BD 14 anthology. So we always try and have her around when we can on all these little books. So, yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Good. It's pretty good, guys. It's pretty good. I'm sure we could probably all just sit and stare at this stuff all day long. It's pretty good. When we finally get her back on, we'll go back over this stuff again and let her talk about some of her memories with this stuff. But we'll also load up some of her other things that she's done. She did a gorgeous Antoinette cover that was very you. I'm sure you've seen it. The one with just the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very much like the stuff she's done here with Oz, where it's just sort of the headshot. Gorgeous Antoinette cover. She's done, of course, Princesses versus Zombies, which we turned into our banner that we tour around with. So that's always with us. Man, I'm just trying to think of all the other stuff we do. We've talked to her about coloring the shark book that we're working on. So Michael, what's going on? Welcome, man. So, once we kind of get back on the shark book, we'll have Nei there. And yeah, we always just or I guess I should say I always just sort of am like, all right, we're doing a thing. Can we get her involved somehow? So yeah, I always appreciate her work, her time, and whenever we can get her to cons. So speaking of cons, Big Texas Comic Con October, I think it's the second week of October. I will be there. Nei will be there. We were there last year. They've invited us back. Ryan Kincaid will be there.
Nice.
CB Zane. Brian Peterson was scheduled to be there, but he got himself whooped from his little crash from his electric scooter. So we're going to have to see if he can actually still get down there. But there'll be like 5 or 6 of us at this con. So if y'all are down San Antonio way, they're celebrating us. I just got word today they're going to put, I don't know which one it is. I think it's the Joe Benitez cover that Nei colored. They're going to put that on the badges for the con.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. That's always fun to get our stuff out and about in that capacity. And then, of course, Nei's doing our special 3-piece cover set that we're not going to drop any details right now. But it was an idea that I had that just came out of the blue, and I was like, "Who can do that? Oh, Nei can do that. That's not even a question. Nei can do that." So that should be super fun. We should have at least one other variant, like con exclusive there as well. With Brian now getting hurt, I'm like, oh, we gotta make some adjustments here. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so that's October, guys, and then in January, this book comes back with all new stories.
Woohoo!
Yes, woohoo is correct. We've shown this before too. There we go. The Road Returns 2026. January, we start this story not all over again, but we add to the story. We move forward with it. New stuff. And we will be celebrating Oz all year next year with 3 issues of the series, a 20-pager and 2 40-pagers, like we've been doing in the past. And then we're also going to have a spin-off book, like a spin-off anthology. So like the BD 16 anthology will be all Oz. With 3 Oz characters, including some new stuff that we haven't had in the book before. So we'll have to make sure that we get Nei on all of that.
Yeah.
Yes, burlesque marketing. That's correct. That's correct. You never show them everything, right, Freddie?
Yeah. Right.
That's right. Yeah.
Just a little tease.
That's right. Little tease. Little tease. Little tease.
It's actually a movie that Tom really likes as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're all well aware. They're well aware. Yeah. That was always, I would use gifs from that movie of Christina. Whenever people would be like, well, I want to see it. I'd be like, nope, burlesque marketing. Pew. She tosses her hair around. Yeah.
Yep.
We know how it works. Guys, we're rolling into the end here. Anything you need to know? Any questions for Nei? Because she's still chilling out with us.
Yeah.
If you got Nei questions, ask away. If you got questions for us, ask away. Let's see. Quick convention update. I will be in Detroit for Fantasticon, like the first week of September. 2 weeks after that, I'll be in Monroe with CB Zane and Chris Enott at Monroe Comic Con. Then it's October, down to Texas. And then first weekend of November, Akron Comic Con. I'm down there with CB Zane again.
Yay.
And that show is expanding. They have built
Akron's gotten big.
Yeah. They've built a whole new area onto the building. So it's going to expand out and have more space. So we'll be there for whatever the new building is going to look like. So it looks like we got 4 more shows for the year at this point. And we've got 3 campaigns. Oz in 3 weeks, the BD-15 anthology in October, and then the last Penny for Your Soul issue in November. And then we roll into January. So that's what we're doing. That is what we're doing.
Busy few months.
Oz themed 90s indie movie 6 String Samurai. I have no context of what this is, Michael.
Send me deets, Michael.
6 String Samurai.
I'm here for it. I have to watch all of the things.
Oz themed. In what way was it Oz themed?
I mean,
was there samurai on a yellow brick road, or
is it like Zardoz, where it's like it's not really, but
right? Yeah, it has a mention. Yeah, on YouTube. Okay, well, guys, we all have some homework then. 6 String Samurai. We'll have to take a peek at it.
I'm writing it down.
I'll have to take a peek.
Adding it to my list, my ever-growing list. I did finally check one of them off though the other night.
Which one?
The Russian film.
Oh,
that just came out in January. So it was like shortly after Wicked. It's also a 2-parter, and it's based on the Russian book, which is pretty much the Bomb book with a couple of little changes.
Mm-hmm.
They did so well. Like it, I don't even have words. It was so good. There was laughter. There were tears. There was me screaming at the television.
Wizard of Oz in Russian just seems overly aggressive.
No,
because the Russian language is a very aggressive language, like German.
It's German.
No, German is worse.
Yeah,
for sure worse.
No, it was great.
Okay.
I really liked it. And if you're a book fan, you just get so much that's not in the MGM. Like the Field Mice, which that was really fun.
So how do we find it? What's it actually called?
It's the Wizard of the Emerald City is their story.
Okay.
And honestly, I do not know really how you find it. Through some sources, we were able to find one with English closed captions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
because you're going to need that.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was, and that didn't bother me either, reading the whole time.
No, but you're going to need it, or you're going to be.
I mean, you can
half the experience.
You can figure it out.
Yeah, you'll know what's going on, but it's always interesting to hear how they interpret it, from a writing standpoint.
Yeah. And I liked that they did update it some, like Dorothy had a cell phone. Well, not Dorothy, Emily. Or Ellie. I'm thinking of like after the wizard now. Ellie had a cell phone. But it wasn't like weird or distracting. Yeah, it was. I gave it like a 9.5 out of 10.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was quite pleased.
Okay.
And then, of course, the next one doesn't come out until 2027. So,
what's that?
Womp womp.
Oh, the next Russian.
The second part of it, yeah.
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
come out.
Got it. Yeah, we're inching closer to Wicked Part 2.
Yep.
What is this? August, September, October, 4 months? 4 months.
November.
Yeah. We'll have to see if it. Last year, that was my number one film on my list. We'll have to see if it can knock off the Fantastic Four.
I don't know. I hope so. It's going to be big, I think. But and we'll get the songs that people have been waiting for.
That I don't even know what they are. I don't think.
Because you're weird.
It's somehow I only have half of this freaking thing in my understanding. It's just it's really weird. So yeah. So let me just ask you this: based on the book and the stage play, because we don't know how much is in the movie, but how much Dorothy and those guys are in the book and the stage play?
There's more of them in the book than in the stage version.
Okay. So do you have a sense?
The book and the book and the stage production are completely different.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Like,
no. I know. That I know. I'm just kind of trying to, because I think that if the movie should end up having like a good portion of Dorothy, that part of the story, I think it'll go over really well. Like from the audience sense. Yeah. Because then you sort of really do have like what they do with the Marvel Universe when they cross stuff over, and the audience that we have as of right now, when those things happen, they lose their minds. Yes. So if you're like, oh, we're watching like Wicked, and then all of a sudden you have the Dorothy story, I think it'll blow up.
I don't think that I personally don't think that there will be that much in it. I think that you will see them more than the like. She's really not. They are not in the stage production, really, or at least Dorothy's not. Okay. You kind of get a silhouette at one point, and you hear the witch yelling at her, but that's pretty much it.
Because
we will definitely get more than that.
Yeah, because we've already seen them in the trailers, like quite a bit. But I mean, that could be all we get.
We saw them for a hot second in the first movie.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, there will be more, but I don't know if it's going to be like, here's the Fab Four.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Right.
Although you will see some of the three guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just curious how much was in the other things to compare to what we might get in this one.
You really don't know the second half at all?
I apparently not. All
right. Well, then I won't say a whole lot, but
it would. I mean, knowing that it does eventually connect to Dorothy, I can sort of start to knit it backwards, and kind of figure some things out. Plus, with the girl, she's wearing the silver slippers, so clearly that's a thing. You know what I mean? So I can thread back and be like, well, clearly something's going to happen if we're reaching the Dorothy point of this. But as far as like some large understanding of it, no.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Yeah. So I don't know. I got nothing. I'm not even sure what the songs are.
Guys,
Wicked for Good.
Tell him.
Wicked for Good, I feel like I do know Wicked for Good, but what are the other ones that I should?
I mean, For Good is the one that they're.
It's the one. Okay.
As long as Your Mind is going to be the one that people lose their minds for.
Okay.
I think, because that's the big, sexy love song.
See, Ryan says almost half of part 2 is The Wizard of Oz.
Really? Okay. I mean, they definitely are going to have to put more in, especially if it's another friggin' 3-hour movie.
Right.
We know we have a couple of extra songs. Oh yes, No Good Deed.
See, I don't know that one. I don't think I know that one.
Yeah. I mean, all the songs are good. I have mixed feelings about the new ones, but we'll see how it goes.
What were the new ones in the first movie?
There weren't any in the first movie.
Those were all just regular. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, I'm a little hesitant on that, but um, I'm excited for what it's going to mean for the whole Oz universe.
Oh yeah,
It's
I
bringing
totally
in
agree.
a new generation, and I think that's really exciting.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
lots of kiddos right now, which is awesome.
yeah, that is interesting. One of the funny things at the horror con, Motor City Nightmares, guys, is a horror con. That's where I was this weekend.
Really,
And
nightmares.
just to make sure everybody understands.
Okay.
And there was tons of kids, and when I say kids, I'm talking like 6, 7, like dressed as Jason, Freddy,
Crazy.
uh, the Danielle Harris,
Like a little
Michael.
tiny Michael.
Yeah, yeah, but she wasn't Michael. She was in the Danielle Harris clown costume. She was Michael's niece in the movie, and at the end of that, she's in like a clown costume and she's got the knife. So this little girl, she was probably like 4, and she was in the clown costume, roaming around. So there were tons of kids just dressed as these horror characters. So yeah, I think it's very cool that kids are getting to see the Wizard of Oz in some context, in modern time.
Yeah.
And it would appear they're reacting well to it, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah. And the great thing about all of that is that it will then draw them to the source material.
Yeah.
Yes. See, that Sean said it too. Yeah. They're going to watch the 1939 film. They're going to start reading the books, which I encourage. I think that's awesome. So we'll have a whole new generation of Oz lovers. Train those kids right.
Hope so.
Yeah.
Hope so. That would be quite something. Yeah. I'm what I'm most curious about, and then we'll kind of wrap up on this, is once Wicked's done, the movie. Yeah. What I'm curious to see what would be the next Oz thing, right? Because Hollywood has to be looking at this as like, clearly Oz works, even though it has stumbled many, many, many times in the past. What is does Wicked work just because it was the play, right? Or does it work because it's its own entity, right? And if it works because it's its own entity as a film, why can't we Oz things again and not end up with Oz Great and Powerful?
I don't know. I think it works because it was the musical, and that is Gregory Maguire was shopping the book as a movie, and people were, pitching things to him, and he didn't like any of them. So when Steven Schwartz came and he's like, "Don't do a movie yet, let's try this as a musical first." I think because not only has the musical been such a success, but it's been running for so long.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It, people already knew it. And then of course, you've got freaking Ariana in it, which the kids love anyway. So
for sure. Yep.
I don't think any of that hurt. But I don't know. It's hard to say. People do love Oz. I mean, when we had Tin Man that came out as a miniseries, that was the #1 cable miniseries of 2007.
Yeah.
So I think people just want to see Oz content.
And that wasn't even very good either.
I loved it.
It did.
I loved it.
I enjoy it, and I still enjoy it, but I think it's wildly flawed.
Sure.
But again, I go into my writer brain about like, what are you doing, guys? This is too long. Cut this out. I go through a lot of that kind of stuff. But I do think it's really interesting, but I think it was wildly flawed. But the fact that it was, that, like you said, that it was very much like people were like, yo, this is interesting. And then they did the Emerald City one, which everyone was like, no, we don't want that.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see.
I didn't get to watch all of it. I didn't hate what I saw, but
no, Yeah, I mean, there's only like 8 episodes. No one really cared. I mean, no one liked it. But it is really interesting to kind of like if you examine like, okay, this worked and this didn't, and this worked and this didn't, and try and figure out like what is the piece. With Tin Man, you had this should be a whole other show. We can just talk about this stuff. But with Tin Man, you got like a reimagining, right?
Yeah.
And I think people kind of were like, "Oh, this is like a reimagining of Wizard of Oz." Okay, show me what this is.
You also had a really good cast.
You did have a good cast, yes, yeah.
So I guess technically you kind of had a good cast with Oz the Great and Powerful.
Is what I'm saying.
Some of it, some of it.
But that was I don't. It just stumbled. So yeah, no, I was just curious what your thoughts were, and we can do like a movie show one of these times and talk about all these things.
If you were to ask me what the major flaw of Oz the Great and Powerful is that you took away your strong female characters.
That's fair. Not only took away, but then
it was women fighting over a dude.
Right. Yeah.
And like, why?
Yeah.
They were stronger than that. Why do you like get him out of here? No one cares. That's when you band together and you're like, you know what? We're better than this. So that's, I don't know. That was
this was definitely a problem,
but
it had way more problems than before we got Catty too. I mean, I literally tried to watch this not long ago and I barely got to the Catty part. And I was still just like, oh God, this is really just so bad.
And then you have these women with so much power and they're like, and I don't get it.
Yeah.
It had so much potential though, because we had characters like the China Girl and things, elements of the books, but whatever.
Yeah. We'll talk about movies one of these days. We'll go down the list and talk about some of these things. If we're going to have so many villain stories, it's morally required to take a hugely popular movie or two that shows us how the villain is made. Yeah, I mean, we have gone down that road. Elphaba, we get to learn her, like we did Maleficent. We got to figure out why she was a bad guy, right?
Yeah.
So there is that has become a trope in the last 10, 15, 20 years.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, it is. But I don't like him, period. He gives me, I don't know.
He's very hit and miss for me.
He's very slimy. He just makes me feel like I need a shower.
Yeah.
And I've always felt that way about him. He gives me bad vibes. Like, you have to watch out for this person. Yeah. Maybe that's just me. Yeah. Anyone else feel icky when you watch him? Just like, I don't know. There's the yuck factor.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't mind his brother.
Yeah.
Right? That's his brother, the one who was in like Now You See Me or whatever.
Yep.
He seemed okay.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, he just gives me like my alarm bells are kind of going off when I see him.
So the next Oz thing needs to cast better, is what we're
correct
right here.
Correct.
Yeah. Let's talk about casting. Yeah, guys, we started a little late. We have managed to hit our 90-minute mark with the extraordinary Nei Ruffino hanging with us in the chat.
Thanks, Nei.
Again, we're going to try and get some technology fixed and figure out what happened, and we'll actually get her on the show here one of these days. But for now, we're gonna wrap this up. We'll be back next Monday, and we'll see what we're gonna talk about. Maybe we'll lean into the movies a little bit next week. Go through the list of the things that exist. Some of the things we have seen, haven't seen, et cetera. That might be interesting. And then, we can talk about Wicked a little bit more and whatever. Don't worry, Nia. Trust me, we have all gone through the technology glitches. We'll get it figured out. Have no fear. We'll do this again at some point.
What did Sean just say about Michael Caine and Muppets?
If he had been inspired by Michael Caine and Muppet Christmas Carol, it would have been better.
I feel this. Something I never thought about, but I like it. I like it.
Yeah, and there is a Muppet Oz.
Michael Caine, period.
Too.
Just, yes.
Yeah.
Muppets Wizard of Oz with Ashanti.
Yeah. So, maybe next week it's movies, guys. Sound like a plan? I think that would be fun. That's another rabbit hole that I have only barely begun to visit. So
there's so many.
Oh, I know. There's a million of them. We'll talk movies next week, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you all. We'll remind you about the Oz Omnibus release next week. We should have a launch page for it so you can sign up and be ready for it to happen. If you are watching this back, remember, you can always post comments and questions in the thread. Even when we're done, we will still see them. We can come back to them. Get ready next week. We're going to talk Oz at the movies. All right. We'll see you all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.